This is Andrew Howell with Roofing Done Right here at Miss Lisa Menendez's home. You know, as a first walk up to the roof, we all can see the missing shingles that are falling off on the slope down here. On the side as we board, there's so much more than really meets the eye. We can see here on this slope, we've got it all failing here and dropping off. We've got it happening here in the center of the front slope. And as I've walked up and kind of touched it, what it appears to me has happened is we've had a pull through where the wind gust has come in and puffed the roof, which makes it pull off the nail. As you can see right there, we've got a nail hole. It's above the strip line, the tar strip, and I wish it was a little higher, but that's technically okay. So we know a nail was there and the shingle is pulled up past it. Same thing as we look all the way down there on the end of the top here. We see that little nail hole right there at the top corner. Some of the other things that are really concerning me, the ridges, all of the ridges have pretty much gone bad. What this tells me is this was not an actual ridge shingle that was used. It was a field shingle that was bent into shape and nailed over. They are cracked all the way into, as we see here, this is a hole. There's a fairly significant hole down there in the center. As we look back over here, again, we've got exposed rusted nails all over the roof. We have all sorts of wear and tear and cracking, fairly significant hole there. And again, as we move down, you can just see all of the cracking. The other thing that really alarmed me was as I boarded the roof, one of the first things that we'll usually use as a handhold would be this cut on the valley, which provides us just a little bit of stability as we come off the ladder. Also wanted to point that out. So we've got some of the same slippage and sliding happening. But this section of roof here is completely separated. It simply hasn't fallen off yet. You see, this whole section of roof is lifting. I did lift it up high enough to look underneath and saw that, again, once again, we've pulled right off the nail. And again, we see that over here where it's very predominant. And again, we see nail holes in the shingles. That's proper. We see nail holes at the top of the shingle, meaning they were able to catch it twice. But it appears to me that heavy winds or something has come in, and what we call it again in my industry would be a pull through, where the wind got up underneath it the same way it might a sheet and causes it to puff. And when it does, it pulls it right off of the nail. Therefore, the shingle is completely compromised at that point. I see some of the repairs that have gone on, but there are multiple issues here that will coincide. I've got some photos as well. It's a little dangerous walking your roof because I'm not quite sure which shingles are well attached and fastened and which are not. So at this point, I do want to thank you for the opportunity to inspect the roof. I've been here for a little bit. I've been hanging out with Adelaide, and she has welcomed me with open arms. So I do appreciate that very much, and I know you'll be here shortly, so I will be waiting for you. Again, this has been Andrew Howell with Roofing Done Right.